Okay, all right. I apologize for the technical difficulties, guys, but let's get back to it here. Tornado warning. Let's regroup here. Tornado warning until 12:45 for Alamance County. It does include Guilford County, but the part of the cell that is showing the rotation is moving out of Guilford County. So we're now focusing in on Alamance County. That's where we're seeing the possible rotation. In fact, it's a good couplet here where you're seeing this area of red and this area of green indicates winds that are blowing away from the radar site and winds that are blowing towards the radar site. And whenever you see these red and green colors, these pixels close to one another, that's showing rotation. And this is a pretty good signature that I'm seeing here on the radar. As we back it up here, you'll see how the way it's moving. It's moving off to the east at around 40 miles an hour, crossing over the Guilford County line at around 12 o'clock, and now has moved on east towards the Elon College over towards the northern suburbs of Burlington. As we zoom in here, you'll see it's right around Elon College right now. We're waiting for a new volume scan to show up, and it looks like it's going to be moving at least into the northern suburbs of Burlington. There's the very latest volume scan that's come in. So let's zoom into some of the roadways here in the Burlington area. This would be Durham Street exit over towards West Davies Street. Farther to the east, North Graham, Hopedale Road. Let me zoom in a little bit tighter. It's now moving through the Elon College University area as we speak. Around Glen Raven is where you're seeing this this signature as well, a possible tornado. We don't have confirmation, but certainly the possibility. Here's some other roads: West Front Street over towards Sharp Road, Greenwood Road as well. Getting ready to move into the Morgantown community on the northern suburbs of Burlington. So this is what we're looking at right now, a possible tornado with a tornado warning that's in effect for Alamance County until 12:45. I know it says also Guilford County, but this storm has now moved out of Guilford County. At least the tornadic part of the storm has moved out of Guilford, and now we're seeing this rotation. In fact, we're seeing some pretty good returns. The areas of green indicate rain that is, or particles, hail, or raindrops that are moving quickly towards the radar site. You can see the sweep is located over towards Raleigh, and it's looking off to the north and west. So we're also looking at another little couplet here up in Caswell County. That has a severe thunderstorm warning with it, but it's right in here that we're seeing the greatest possibility of a tornado. Let me back this off here, and we'll show you the motion. As it really started to tighten up, we really started to see that circulation right about in that area over the McLeansville area, and then it tightened up right over that community and continued to move on towards the east. So it would not surprise me if we don't start seeing some reports of damage around that area on towards the Alamance Guilford County line. That's that line located right in here. I'll draw a line so you can see. This is the county line right in here. And as it crossed over, it continued to show some good rotation right there where the reds and greens are together. And now the very latest images, it's moving into Burlington. So if you're listening from Burlington right now, get to a place of safety. That means the lowest level of your home. Get into, if you have a basement, get into the basement, but get away from windows. Get into the lowest part of your home in a central location, such as a hallway or a bathroom. Turn up the TV. We're going to continue to stay on this as long as there is a danger as it's moving off to the east around 40 miles an hour. Also, not only that, but if you live in a mobile home, I know this sounds crazy, but you want to get out of the mobile home and get into a low level, like a ditch or a low-lying area, because mobile homes are very dangerous places to be in tornadoes. Even a weak tornado has the capability of lifting a mobile home off its foundation and rolling it, and that can be a very dangerous situation. So if you can get into a neighbor's house, a more sturdier building, that is the place to go. So I have a latest, let's see, this is a statement from the National Weather Service. Here's the latest one. They've canceled the warning for Guilford County. That doesn't surprise me. A tornado warning remains in effect until 12:30 for northern Alamance County. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Burlington, moving east at 35 miles an hour. Flying debris will be dangerous. Those caught outside, mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely with this type of situation. The tornadic thunderstorm will remain mainly over rural areas in northern Alamance County, including the following locations. This would be the Altima Hall, Osprey area, Glen Raven, Union Ridge, and Altima Hall. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this is where we're really seeing the possibility of a tornado right in this region right here around Burlington and the northern suburbs between Altima Hall and the Burlington area, where you're seeing these greens and reds coming together. If we put this, we're going to go ahead and turn on the reflectivity here, and you can see where the heavy rain is. And so this is right on the leading edge of this band of severe storms moving to the east at 35 miles an hour. And this isn't the only area that's under the gun. We're also talking about Caswell County through Alamance County, portions of eastern Guilford County down into Randolph County. You are under a warning, including southern Davison County. All these thunderstorm warnings are in effect until about 12:30 or longer. But the part of the storm that we're looking at right now that is of most concern is this storm that's now moved into Alamance County. This is where the heavy rain is occurring, and it's very likely if we do have a tornado with this, it's very possible that we could have also a rain-wrapped tornado where you can't see the actual tornado. So you can see right here the velocity showing the winds where the greens are coming towards the radar site, which is off the screen to the right, and winds that are moving away. So as you can see here, we have winds moving in different directions very close to one another, and so that is where we see rotation. Counterclockwise rotation right here showing up on the radar. And so it's right in this area that we're seeing the possibility of a tornado. So as long as we're seeing the signature, it is possible we could be dealing with a tornado. Now, earlier on, let me go ahead and take off these lines here. Earlier on, this signature was looking a little bit tighter to me, especially right about in this area here where you saw the brighter greens and the reds really start to touch one another, and that occurred in eastern Guilford County. It crossed over the Alamance County around Gibsonville and then over towards Elon College and now moving into the Burlington area. This is still showing, even if it's not a tornado, still showing strong, possibly damaging winds moving into the Burlington-Graham area as we speak right now. In fact, as we'll go ahead and put on the reflectivity once again and zoom into this one area here around Burlington over towards Graham. This is right along Interstate 40 and 85, just to the north of there in the Burlington areas. We'll go ahead and zoom in tighter and show you some of the roads. It's now moving through the downtown Burlington region. To be on the safe side, get away from windows right now. Get into the lower portion of your home. In fact, usually flying glass is the leading cause of injury because of everything flying around, debris that can be very dangerous, certainly flying glass, and a lot of folks are injured in these types of situations. So that's why you want to stay away from windows and get into an interior portion of your building. Get as many walls between you and the outside as you can. An interior bathroom, get into a bathtub. In fact, if you can cover your head with pillows or maybe a bike helmet, that's an excellent way to protect yourself. Because being out near the outer portions of the building can be very dangerous, especially in a mobile home. If we put this into motion, as you can see here, the storm continues to lift off towards the east around 40 miles an hour. And not only that, but the National Weather Service has now issued a severe thunderstorm watch. This is the area of yellow that now encompasses all of central and eastern North Carolina, as we have severe thunderstorm warnings in our viewing area that include the Asheboro area. In fact, as we go ahead and put on the latest latest image here and give you some idea of these warnings. Randolph, Guilford, and Davidson County until 12:30. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. This has been issued for your area. Also looking at a severe thunderstorm warning for Caswell County. That is also for Southern Virginia until 1 o'clock. As you can see, that storm is moving through Yanceyville right now. And also this tornado warning that we're looking at, that is until 12:45. If we go ahead and zoom in there, you see that tornado warning. I'm sorry, until 12:30. So that's even better news. I apologize for that, till 12:30. So basically, we have another 11 minutes for this warning, and hopefully we'll continue to see this this signature look like it weakening just a little bit. But let's go ahead and zoom in once again and show you. Let me go ahead and get rid of this banner here. Let's show you where exactly that we're talking about. This is right over Burlington right now is where we're seeing this possible tornado as it's moving to the east at 35 miles an hour. There's the leading edge, and it was in the velocity that we started to see where the radar picks up on the motion of the cells. You can see right there, that's still showing some rotation, but not looking quite as impressive as it was before. So hopefully that is a sign that we're not seeing the signature of twisting winds, but it's still showing straight line winds. So what's the difference? Well, with the tornado, you've got winds that are moving in different directions, where straight line winds, the winds are moving in one direction. But each one of these types of features, regardless of whether it's tornado or it's straight line winds, can cause damage, and it really doesn't matter if it's twisting or straight line winds. Damage is damage, and so you need to treat this very seriously for the possibility of damaging winds. All right, great news. The National Weather Service has now just canceled the tornado warning. You see the polygon end, but we still have this severe thunderstorm warning for the area. So you're seeing this area of green here, the bright area of green. That's where we're seeing the possible straight line winds, and now we're seeing less of a signature of a tornado. So as you can see here, this continues to move on towards the east. Let me go ahead and zoom out here and show you the entire viewing area of what we're dealing with. So we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for these areas right here, which include Randolph County, Davidson County, Guilford County, Alamance County until 12:30. I imagine these will be likely issued farther to the east as well. Also, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Caswell County until 1 o'clock. So that's for another 40 minutes, 39 minutes or so, as you can see right there. As these storms have shown some damage, we've been getting some damage reports as well as they moved earlier on through Yadkin County. So again, the National Weather Service has canceled the tornado warning for Alamance County. We still have those severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to stay on top of the situation as we go through the next half hour. In fact, let's go here while we're in the weather segment here and show you the rest of the forecast here while we've got it. So it does not look like we're going to be dealing with this for the rest of the afternoon. In fact, it does look like we're going to start to see things begin to calm down. In fact, as we look at this is the surface map here I'll show you. This is showing that this complex of storms is going to be in eastern North Carolina by the time we get into 4 o'clock. So there's good news. The storm moving off towards the east at around 40 miles an hour. We're going to get maybe a little bit of sunshine, and then we could see some more rain move back in tomorrow morning, and then the drier air starts to work its way in as we go later on into Monday night into Tuesday. So it really looks like we're going to enjoy some nice weather Tuesday for one day, and then we'll start to see the humidity come right back in as we go into Wednesday, but enjoy Tuesday. It really looks like it's going to be a great day. Rain chances will stay elevated tomorrow morning, but then they'll start to drop during the afternoon, and then we get a couple of dry days Tuesday into Wednesday. Looks like the humidity will come down. I just talked about that, but you see that dew point coming back up into the 60s to around 70 later on in the week, so it's going to start to feel more like July normally feels like, but we'll get a break in the action for one day on Tuesday. So mostly mostly cloudy skies, perhaps a few showers out there that could affect tomorrow morning's commute for some. Lows in the 60s and then highs in the 80s tomorrow, becoming partly sunny in the afternoon as those winds switch out of the northwest. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. As you can see, we're going to see a drying trend with improving weather later on in the week, but then we get into more typical July weather as we go into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with highs back up into the low 90s, and there will be a chance for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. So we're going to be continuing to watch the situation as we go through the rest of the afternoon, and we will certainly pass along any warnings. Right now, still, we have those severe thunderstorm warnings moving away from the triad and moving eastward through our eastern viewing areas. We'll send you back to programming right now.
Tracking east, and that will be a concern to our area as we move through the back half of our afternoon and through the evening hours. So make sure just to have a plan, and of course remember, when thunder roars, get indoors. We'll be watching storms move in west to east as we close out the afternoon and move through the evening hours. So just remain weather aware as we continue to track storms and provide updates every 10 minutes.